Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about the influence social media has on the shooting community, particularly those that come to social media to learn something. Unfortunately, most of the content we see is just unrelatable to the average shooter. They might be relatable to 10 or 15% of the people out there, but there seems to be a lack of understanding where the baseline shooting skill is all over the world. And part of this is because social media has created this lineage of instructors that were created through social media. They may not shoot bad, they may instruct okay, but they have lost a perspective on where the baseline shooting skill, which is not up here, which is generally down here, really is. So people are often given the wrong priorities or the wrong example by so much of this content. Additionally, a lot of what we see is at close proximity, 3 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards. Proximity diminishes the need for skill. Proximity also will mask deficiency. So you might be able to do it here at 5 yards, but you reach out to 25 and you can't even find the round on the paper. And I know a lot of you have that challenge. And this is because you lack certain building blocks to get you to that level of execution. So we're going to talk a little bit about those building blocks today and see if I can set you on a better course than you're already on. I'm 5 yards from this target, and I'm going to go ahead and put 3 rounds into this target. All right, so I got 3 rounds into the target right here, basically one hole. Took my time, got my hits on target, chose a small target, not a big target, and I now have some place to go from here because I have done what? I validated my ability to be accurate. So now I can eliminate that as a factor. I know how to hit what I am aiming at. So that's step one, is can I be accurate? Can you put the round exactly where it wants to go? So now I'm going to do the same thing, only I'm going to increase the speed by which I press the trigger, right? I'm going to put my controls in there. I'm going to manage the recoil more effectively, and I'll put 3 rounds back on this target a little bit faster. Still basically in the same hole. So now that I'm able to put some control on the gun, I have my accuracy down, I have my control down, where can I go from here? Well, I'm going to back up completely. And the demonstration I'm going to give you is how to start evaluating some of your deficiencies. So what did I need to do in order to achieve that result? Not very many things. So I will show you this. I'm going to grab the gun. I'm going to hold it way down here with my left hand. I'm going to use my middle finger to press the trigger. Oh, I'll mess up my stance too. So I'm going to stand with my feet together and I'll shoot this target. Well, wow, it went into the same hole that the other 2 demonstrations went into. So what does that tell me? It tells me that my grip, it tells me that my stance, it tells me that all of the stuff I think will impact the round from going where I want it to go is irrelevant on the first shot. That I only need to put 2 things in place in order to put an effective round on target. Number 1 is the understanding of sight picture and sight alignment, or at least being able to sight in my dot and that mechanical offset. And number 2 is that I don't disrupt the sight picture that I just worked so hard to create. So if I can do those 2 things for the first shot, make sure that my sights are aligned properly, and that I don't disrupt the gun when I press the trigger, the round is going to go exactly where I intended it to go. Make sense? Now we find ourselves at 25 yards. This is the target size I'm going to be shooting, this Legion target, the small round target. And we're going to go back to that original drill where I got low purchase on the gun. It's in my left hand. I got my feet together, put my middle finger in here, and we end up hitting the target at 25 yards. So that just reaffirms that if I know how to sight in my gun and I can press the trigger without disrupting the gun, I'm going to hit my target. So now let's put that third aspect in place. So we're going to get a proper stance, we're going to get a proper grip on the gun, and we're going to see if we can maintain some recoil management. And again, we are successful, only we're able to shoot the target a little bit faster because we put that aspect of control in. So the moral of the story here is if you're blasting away at paper at 5 yards with a hit area this big and expect those results to be transferable to these results, it's not going to happen unless you reduce your hit size on your paper targets and your close proximity drills. There's a time and place to run the gun and expand that hit zone, and there's a time and place to focus on your accuracy. If you're a new shooter, focus on your accuracy first. Get your hits and put your hits exactly where you want them. That is the building block of everything else that you're going to do. So good luck, and I wish you guys all the best.